Hi Leo, what's up? Welcome to your reading. I hope you're having a magnificent day. We're going to see what you need to know right now, what's coming towards Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus placements. I am doing this reading on the 10th of June. This is going to just be whenever you come across this, but just wanted to let you know. And if you want to book a private reading with me, the info is in the description box down below. All right, let's see what's going on for Leo. What do you guys have coming towards you? We have Shadow Self. Oops. Here, I'll show you. Show you. I was like, show ye the cards. Show you the cards. Isn't that funny? Here's your lion self. And here's this little kitty. Are you blowing something out of proportion? Are you exaggerating something? Your shadow self is trying to scare you. Or is making something seem a lot bigger than what it actually is. It's trying to... Let me just let the cards do the talking. Hold on. Overthinking, yep. I mean, it's just kind of what I was saying. What do you have? Naive. Unexpected blessings and good news. Okay. We do have needy at the bottom, healer, and daydream. Spirit's literally saying, you know what you need? You need a heal. Whether maybe if you're like under the weather or you kind of going through something physically, you're actually needing to slow down a bit and nourish yourself and nourish your body. What is it that you're needing at this time? You need a little bit more love, need a little bit more compassion. Because I'm seeing here with shadow self and overthinking, I don't know exactly what it is that you are stewing on and replaying in your head, but your shadow self is winning each and every time you feed that thought, that and you fuel that negative behavior or that belief that something isn't capable, you're not achieving, you're not, you're being too naive, you need to be realistic. Talking yourself out of something positive here. We have unexpected blessing with good news. So you have good news coming your way. You have an amazing opportunity coming into your life, and it brings out this playful, youthful spirit that wants to just like embrace and run into this with open arms and have fun. But then your shadow self, your triggered self, your wounded self is like, oh, this isn't safe. This could go bad. What happens if that? What happens if this? I have to plan. I have to prepare. I need to look out for myself. I need to distract. I need to detach. I need to back away. Like there's this energy of overthinking and overanalyzing. This is you trying to control the situation or control whoever you're dealing with, and you need to take your hands off the wheel. Naive with unexpected blessing and good news. This feels kind of like the Fool energy, where you're needing to let yourself experience good things. Okay. Okay. Let's see what's going on for you. For Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus placements. What's going on for Leo? What do my Leos need to know? Right here, right now. 9 of Cups is your first card out, which is the wish fulfillment, right? You're calling in and attracting something that is in alignment with you. 7 of Cups at the bottom. So this could either be saying you need to get clear on what it is that you want so that it can come towards you, or, well, that is important. But then I'm also getting a message of you have multiple things coming towards you, multiple desires all coming towards you at once. And maybe you're feeling overwhelmed. Page of Wands and the Hierophant. Yeah, you got a lot coming towards you. I feel like you could have recently cleared a blockage in your life, or probably it's a mental blockage, right? We go back to shadow self and overthinking. You're saying like, don't be naive, don't go in blindly, don't be stupid. 9 of Cups. Let yourself enjoy the present moment. We have the King of Cups. Follow your heart and trust your instincts and honor your intuition. Two of Swords, you have a decision to make, and you could be kind of at a crossroad, or, you know, head versus heart. What do I do? What do I choose? Let me see what's underneath this Two of Swords. 10 of Cups and the 6 of Wands. Maybe other people seem to be affecting your decision, or you're thinking a lot about how others could look at you during this time. But I think what matters most when it comes to this decision is, does this make you feel good? Do you feel good with yourself doing this, making this move, whatever this is, Page of Pentacles, whatever this vision is? Does this truly align with you? Do you see potential here? Do you actually envision yourself in this place, in this relationship, in this environment? Is this something that's sustainable? Is this something that you see is like worth your investment? And be honest with yourself, right? But the Fool, Temperance, Three of Pentacles, I think it's a yes. I think it's pretty clear, pretty cut and clear. This is something that would support you, something that benefits you. Requires some patience for sure. There's still some uncertainty or a little bit of the unknown right now, but it's okay, right? Everything's still coming together. Everything's falling into place, slotting in quite nicely. It's nice energy so far for you. I want to call you Capricorn. I just did the reading. Quite nice energy for you, Leo. Some of you starting a new job, or maybe you're changing your schedule, or like there's a change in your routine, but it's something that you wanted. 9 of Cups to the Page of Pentacles. It's something that you were asking for, or visualizing, or manifesting. Maybe you were, you know, really hoping for this good news, but then the shadow self was like, oh, that's unrealistic, or nah, you can't, or just trying to fear monger, but it's like actually truly coming to fruition, and you might be a bit surprised. You might be a little bit shocked, right? That your wish is coming true, right? Emperor. So this could definitely be highlighting your career, your business, if you're an entrepreneur. I'm just seeing here, you're rising up, you're leveling up, you are moving into a higher position, a higher ranking, higher respect, and you got this under control. There's something that you're mastering. There's something that you are... Oh, look, we have the Hermit. This is probably now where we're redirecting towards the inner world. So shadow self with overthinking, Emperor to the Hermit. This is something that you have been actively working on a personal level, right? So when you're overthinking, observe those thoughts. What are the thoughts coming up? What are the emotions coming up? What are the memories you're being reminded of? I don't give a fuck if it happened 60 years ago or yesterday, right? This is a time of reflection I'm seeing here. Emperor to the Hermit. This is where you're staying focused on you, your lane, your path, unbothered or unconcerned with others at this point, which is interesting because we did have the Two of Swords with the 6 of Wands and the 10 of Cups. So it's like, what was that saying earlier? Earlier, I was getting more of an energy of how others could perceive you based off what you choose or what you surround yourself with. I can't remember at this point. Hermit, 6 of Pentacles, and the 4 of Swords. It's like having to find the nice balance between, you know, weighing out other people's energies and influences and opinions and how your actions might affect them, and also like not losing yourself in the process. It feels here an energy of restoration with the 4 of Swords and the 6 of Pentacles. In order to give, in order to show up your best self, you have to give and fill your cup up, right? So that the rest overflows. How can you give from an empty bottle? An empty battery? You can't. So Hermit and the 6 of Pentacles, this is also where you're checking in on where you're receiving reciprocation and where there may be an imbalance, and you're taking actions accordingly, setting boundaries and acting on it, not just vocalizing your boundaries, but through actions. You're the type of person to see your visions through. Like from the Page of Pentacles to the Emperor, you have a vision, you have a desire, you get an idea. Emperor, you act on it. You follow through. You're consistent. You show up. You make it happen. You don't make excuses as to why you can't. You're a high achiever. Yeah, some of you are starting your own business. We have Page of Wands and then a Five of Swords coming out. That's the overthinking shadow self. This is the overthinking shadow self of, oh, I can't do it. I don't have enough. I don't have enough skill. I don't have enough experience. I don't have enough education. Whatever the fucking excuse is that you are getting in your own way and killing your success or killing your creativity, killing your dreams. Queen of Swords. So this is like the logical part of your brain, right? Queen of Swords, the Moon, the Knight of Swords. This is where your brain's checking in and be like, well, how? How is this going to happen? And just getting caught up in the whole process, taking away the magic, taking away the fun, taking away the joy. And this actually could be someone coming towards you, popping your bubble as well. Knight of Swords, the Moon, Queen of Swords. This could be representing someone that is trying to, and maybe they have a lot of care for you. Maybe, Ten of Swords underneath that. Wait, High Priestess. Wheel of Fortune, Okay, I take that back. I don't know if this is necessarily someone that cares a lot about you. This could actually be someone that you have some sort of disconnect with, or they're not really part of your life, or actually see you don't really let them in a whole lot about your life. Or maybe it's somebody that you had an ending with, or someone that you're just not on the best of terms with. It could be representing somebody that's even jealous of you or a bit envious of you. Okay. This is a lot of different messages. So let's just go back to the first cards, which was the Page of Wands and the Five of Swords. So Page of Wands brings in inspiration, brings in hope, brings in new, fresh ideas, passions. We're feeling inspired. We're feeling like, okay, I'm excited. I feel pumped up. I'm ready to go forwards and just give it my best shot. I might be a newbie at this, but I have experience elsewhere, I'm open to learning. I'm open to growing. I don't know everything, but I know enough. Emperor in the Page of Wands. This could also be where you're training somebody, or there's this like teacher-student sort of energy going on here, which is cool. So we go from this Page of Wands, which is very open, very, you could even say a little naive, right? A little naive, new to the game. This could be where, I don't know, you're starting something new for the first time. Maybe this is the first time in a long time that you've started something new without experience, or, just something that's out of the norm. Five of Swords come out. This is where things could get a little bit messy. So if we're just talking about you, this is where you're being judgmental of yourself. You're highly critical of yourself. You don't make room for errors or mistakes. You're being a perfectionist. You're being very strict and hard, and you're beating yourself up if you make one little error, one little mistake. You're a failure. Like, no, the fuck you're not. But that's your overthinking brain. And your shadow self is the lion to the cat, be like, how dare you? You're not a lion. You can't roar. You'll never be me. That's that little voice be like, you'll never be that good, or whatever. That's like your little hater self just trying to keep you small. Or this may be someone around you that's trying to keep you small. What else was I getting from this Five of Swords about you? Do you feel like you have to have certain things before you're able to get this off the ground? You're like, oh, in order to start this new project, or to make more money, to experience more love, I have to have XYZ first. I have to be more educated. I have to have more money. I have to have this approval or this acceptance. My friends have to be behind me on this. My lover has, I don't know, are you feeling like you had to prove yourself to someone or get someone else's acknowledgement or acceptance? Okay, so let's switch gears here. If this is someone external from you, Page of Wands to Five of Swords is giving kind of trickery energy. Like, they're very friendly, but there's something that's saying you can't trust this person. There's something that feels like, you're gonna backstab me, aren't you? So, I don't know. This isn't someone, there's just a vibe. There's just an energy that feels a little suspicious, So be careful of that. I don't know, y'all. But this could literally just be talking about self-sabotage, which that's a big thing that I'm kind of seeing this connected to the Oracle card. So look out for that. Be aware of that. Clock yourself when you start falling down that pattern. Queen of Swords, the Moon, and the Knight of Swords. I feel like this is coming into information, though. So at the bottom, coming into some sort of information. There is an energy that's sort of clashing. Let me see what comes out after this Page of Wands and Five of Swords. What's going on for... I almost want to call you Sagittarius. Are you dealing with one? What's going on for Leo? Maybe got a cross watcher here. What's up? I see you. Two of Cups. So, there's some sort of relationship here being highlighted. We have the Fool, the Seven of Cups, and the Two of Swords. There's this connection here. Friendship, romantic, business, whatever the fuck. There's this connection here, but you are questioning. There's something makes you feel a little unnerved, a little restless, unsure, uncertain where you and this person stand. There seems to be blurred lines. Are you on the same page? Do they have the same feelings? There's this connection. Maybe it's a new connection, just getting off the ground, just feeling things out, but there's still like a questioning of, okay, where is this going? What are we? What are their motives? Can I trust them? Like there's that pause or hesitation of what is this? Do I want to continue taking this further? Two of Swords, Nine of Swords, and then the Tower, Eight of Cups. There's like a fear of having to walk away. The World, yeah, then the World just came out. So, we have Ace of Wands sticking out. Six of Swords at the bottom. Five of Cups, the Lovers. Yeah, you might be recognizing that there's a connection that might not be the best for you, or you're just not compatible, or something that just feels like disappointing. Six of Swords, you're moving away from disappointment, but it's showing that there's something about a connection, a relationship that's just not growing in the way that is supporting of you on your journey. And you may be making a decision to end things or take a few steps back, cool things off. Let me look into this a little bit more. Let's clarify. And maybe this individual makes you overthink a lot, or makes you doubt yourself a lot, or makes you question your capabilities, right? You're the freaking emperor and someone's making you feel like you aren't capable. That, like that's not good. Do you think that this person's better than you? I don't know. I'm just throwing little questions. Comment down below. Answer if you want. Let me look into this Two of Cups. Let's look a little bit more. We got these. We got these cards talking. Hey, what's up? Wheel of Fortune. The Tower, the Nine of Pentacles, the Sun, and Death. You know what? I am sensing a breakup for some of you. Nine of Pentacles is a single energy, and if we're talking about between you and another person, Wheel of Fortune and the Tower would represent that this relationship is changing, and the way it's changing is where things won't be the same. The dynamic between you two will not be the same moving forwards. The Tower and the Nine of Pentacles and the Sun, I would even say that I would dare to say you're probably better off without this individual, or better off single, independent. I'm even seeing the Death card with Sun. It's like, you'll be a lot happier not clinging on to this, or basically especially if this is romantic, if you're always questioning this relationship, how they feel for you, that says a lot, doesn't it? But that says a lot. So, blurred lines ain't so blurry anymore. There's a connection that's changing in a way that might be a bit surprising or inconvenient in a way, because you know, Tower always shakes shower. Maybe take a fucking shower. Gosh, go clean yourself. Freshen up your energy. This relationship is taking a turn in a way that could be shocking. Tower always shakes shit up, like it just does. It's necessary because the foundation isn't able to sustain. No matter how much love you may carry for one another, but universe could be saying it's time for you to go solo or time for you to just figure yourself out, be on your own for a little bit. Two of Cups and the Sun. Well, it's definitely like clarity and illuminates. Now, Sun brings in warmth, it brings in optimism, it brings in hope. So perhaps that despite all these changes taking place, there's still a part of you, and I would say this is Two Cups, it's shared. There's still like optimistic hopes and desires for what lies ahead, even if it's not now, maybe down the line. But things are changing quite drastically between you and this person. Okay. The world. Do we look into the world? I don't think we need to. I think it's about this connection that's ending. So let's kind of go back to Nine of Cups and the Page of Pentacles. This desire, this vision that you have. Let's take a look into that. Nine of Cups and the Page of Pentacles. Let's take a look into this vision and let's see what's getting in the way of that after, okay? The Five of Swords. What the hell is the problem? We'll find out. Nine of Cups and the Page of Pentacles. I got them mixed up. Nine of Cups and the Page of Pentacles. Let's look into this vision. You want it? You got it. What do we have here? Five of Cups in the reverse. Okay, I'd much rather have that reversed than upright. You want better for yourself. You strive for happiness and being able to share that with others. You want happy times. Who doesn't? I mean, I guess there's some people that really don't. So, never mind. Seven of Pentacles and also a Nine of Wands coming out with the Knight of Swords. So, sorry, my hair is like just tickling my face and I have some eyelash poking me. Okay, we're good. You can see clearly now. So, your vision, you know that your future is getting better. You know that your whole world is opening up. If you've gone through some sort of loss, disappointment, a challenging period, you know that this is short-lived or this is only temporary. Nothing lasts forever. Nothing lasts forever. The good doesn't last forever. The bad doesn't last forever. And everything here is all temporary. So Five of Cups in the reverse says that you're moving on, you're healing, you're able to see the bigger picture and recognize, you know, the lessons, what you can take, what you can grow, what you can gain from this experience, from this loss or setback. The Three of Cups is now where you're celebrating, now where you're at the other side, you feel light again, you feel inspired, you're feeling just like yourself, you're feeling jolly, you're feeling like, all right, I'm back to my fun self. I'm feeling playful. I'm less, you know, serious. I'm now able to like crack a joke and not cry or like, you know, you seem like way more lighthearted. Nine of Wands. You're still a little guarded. Still a little bit guarded, especially when it comes to, you know, opening up to connections, new people. You're going to need a little bit of time to feel things out. All right, so that's probably still a little bit of that overthinking and shadow self, trying to protect yourself, of course. But this is just where you're watching people's actions rather than their words. So checking in, seeing if they show up for you. Or are they only there for you when you're thriving, not when you are going through it? They only check in when they want something from you, whether that be like money or your attention or, you know, when it's convenient. Do they only show up for you when you're thriving, when you have good things going on, right? Or are they there for you when you could use a friend, use a hug, use some support? So that's something else to keep in mind as you are bringing these ideas and wishes to fruition, you know, because you do not deserve to have just like takers just feeding off your energy, feeding off your kindness when they weren't there for you when you were at your lowest. So that's something to keep in mind. But there is something here. It's gradually improving, increasing, expanding in a way that's structured. And maybe with the Nine of Wands and the Seven of Pentacles, you could be a bit like closed off to feedback or criticism. You might take it personally. You might take it like someone's just judging your character, but I don't know. Maybe it's that whole Mercury retrograde. We're in the pre-shadow, or we're about to. I don't even know. I think soon the pre-shadow begins, but that's where, communication can get a little bit mixed up. So misinterpreted. I don't know. I'm just feeling here there might be a little bit of guardedness or defensiveness, or a little bit edgy, a little bit sharp, a bit, kind of like that. So that's how I'm seeing that. I have nothing else to add, to be honest. Knight of Swords, Knight of Pentacles, Six of Wands. I feel as well there could be the need for you to feel things out instead of rushing in, jumping into things. Spirit could also be suggesting for you to keep things under wraps or keep things on the down low, move in silence, because you do have a lot of eyes on you, a lot of people watching you, asking about you, seeing what you're doing, what you're up to. I don't know. I feel like right now, Queen of Swords, you have to use your discernment with who you get involved with, especially on a professional level. Let's take a look into the Emperor. Because, you know what I said? I don't remember. Something about with the Five of Swords and the Page of Wands. Like, there could be someone that might, like, be nice and friendly to your face, but they could, like, stab you in the back later on. It's like Emperor to a Page of Wands. So maybe this is someone that's asking you, say if you're, like, a business owner, someone's like asking you, like, what materials do you use? How did you make that? And maybe you tell them, and then the next day they're copying you, which you could say, oh, that's like flattering. But then if they're literally copying every single thing, your entire style, some of you, if you are building some sort of business, or like you're physically creating something, like get your idea patented, copyright, trademarked, whatever the fuck. I don't know. Just a suggestion. If you like share an idea that you have with someone, they might go and take your idea. If you, I don't know, it's just, be careful who you share your business to. We have the Four of Pentacles, which is literally saying you might want to like keep it to yourself. Emperor and Four of Pentacles. This is also where you don't want to give up your spot. It's like your table is reserved. It has your name on it. This seat has your name on it. You're not willing to just give up your position. Or say someone wants to buy your land. If you have land and property and they want to buy it because they want to build AI buildings. Oh my fucking God. Can we not? Can we take care of Earth, please? Let's not destroy Earth. Let's take care of Earth, please. But yeah, so it's like you're holding out. You're not just going to sell out. You're not just going to sell your soul. Like, I'm being dramatic, but we have Six of Swords and the Eight of Cups. Well, this talks about movement, momentum, and expansion, but it's in a way that is showing control, or it's like expanding in a way that is intentional, responsible, secure, and planned. It's not just like rash and impulsive and just like, fuck it, whatever happens, happens. Like, no, this is like moving in a way that's intentional and skilled, and through research and planning, which is always good, especially during Mercury retrograde season. Where are we at with the time? 29 minutes, I gotta go soon, but let me see what's this threat, this Five of Swords, this energy, whether it's you that's a threat, you're threatening yourself, or if this is someone that can't be trusted. Five of Wands and the Page of Swords. They came out together, so we should probably clarify them together. Page of Wands and the Five of Swords. There's like competition. Page of Wands, Five of Swords for Leo. What do we need to know about this? What is this for Leo? Page of Wands, Five of Swords. Nine of Cups. Let's go back to your wish fulfillment. So something that you really, really want, you really desire, will make you feel really great. Okay, this could be about that relationship here with the Two of Cups. We have the Two of Cups coming out again. We have the King of Wands underneath that, and then we have a Page of Pentacles in the reverse. Something that's not quite able to get off the ground. Are you sacrificing yourself, bending over backwards, overextending, overexerting yourself for breadcrumbs, for a burnt piece of toast? Maybe you like burnt toast. I don't. But maybe that's your thing. You know, you're like, I like a little burnt. Okay. Too much of it might give you a stomach ache though. So here we got this wish, and your wish could be to be with somebody, or to be friends with someone, or to date someone, or, you know, it has to do with you and another. And just something about this Page of Pentacles reversed. There's just something that isn't able to get off the ground. Gee, I wonder why. I actually am asking, like, I wonder why, but the Five of Swords, like, well, maybe because it's not meant for you. Let me see. Page of Pentacles reversed. We have a Page of Swords, Three of Swords, Seven of Wands. I don't know. There's just something that goes back to watch, observe, pay attention to who's there for you when you're at your lowest versus when you're at your highest. It goes back to that because something tells me either it's like information you're finding out and it just like kind of rips your heart out and you feel like, fuck, like I should have protected myself or stood up for myself or walked away when I saw the red flags, or, you know, I shouldn't have made excuses for this. Or if this is about self-sabotage and you do genuinely have a good person in your life, but because of your triggers in your past and overthinking and your shadow self, like maybe this is where you are guarding yourself and pushing people away, and then that leads to like self-sabotage, and you're like, see, I knew that they were gonna leave, whatever the fuck. That's an example. Like it's either you're self-sabotaging and you're projecting your past experiences onto whatever this new experience is, but then it just plays out the same way, and then you're like, see, I knew it. Or like there is something that you're really forcing, and it's just not in alignment, or it's just not the right time. Let me see why the Page of Pentacles is in the reverse here. It's not worth the investment. Like, what is this Page of Pentacles in the reverse about? It's gonna talk about like false promises, false starts. Like again, you see the potential. It goes back to the, oh yeah, double confirmation. Page of Pentacles in the reverse. Oh, that's where we had the Five of Cups. This is the same thing from earlier. Oh, my duck's upside down. Page of Pentacles reversed for Leo. If this is a new job, I know so scattered, use your discernment. If this is a new job, I don't know if it's going to pay any more than your current. It might actually pay less. Just a suggestion of another interpretation. Page of Pentacles reversed, and we have the Devil. Yay! Sarcasm. The World and the Star. Okay, well, at least the world's out here feeling like, all right, like, this devil won't have much of a grasp on you much longer. But yeah, it just feels like wishing for something that could have been, but it never really had the capacity to sustain or uphold your expectation of what you wanted. It's like, you ever buy something online and the picture looks amazing, but in reality it's absolute shit. It's garbage. Maybe you can't even return it, right? It's like expectation versus reality. Page of Pentacles reversed with the Devil. If this is a missed opportunity, it's truly because you wouldn't have enjoyed this experience. You wouldn't have liked the life you were living. You wouldn't have there's something about this that would have just tainted your overall experience. It would take away from you. It would destabilize you. If this is about a relationship, they would be very controlling, very abusive, toxic, harmful, negatively impacting you. And also maybe it affects your finances in some way, or they become very dependent on you, or even steal from you. Page of Pentacles reversed with the World. I would say this is just a cycle that needs to close out. Like, this door is shut. You don't need to try and jam it open. Okay, this door is shut for a reason. And I think the universe is just saying, Page of Pentacles verse to the Star, there's something better. There's something much more better and aligned with you. And even if you can't see it right now, one day you'll thank yourself for this, or one day you'll understand why it happened the way it did. I don't know, something like that. There's so many different things, so many different messages. So, like, this is just kind of reading of, here's this, here's that, here's that, here's that. Like, dude, you got a lot going on. Clearly, there's a lot happening for this collective. As always, use your discernment. If you want to have a private reading, the info's in the description box down below. You might also need to come back to this reading down the line, or a couple weeks from now. It might make more sense to you. But until then, I hope you have an amazing day. Leave a like, subscribe, and I'll see you later, Leo. Bye.